Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I have a VCS Vintage Chic scents haul. I had a pretty easy shopping experience. It seems like she is really having her site stocked up really well. Like I think I went back to look to see if anything had sold out and nothing, I don't think anything had sold out that I had purchased. So I don't know. Like I think she's like, her supply and demand is really like on par. Now that's a good and a bad thing because this is going to be part one. I know, Candy, if you're watching, I know, shame. I went back in and I placed another order. There was just so much sitting there and I was just like, are you kidding me? Like, because usually what, and I say this every time, I usually do like a list of like the things that I absolutely want, and then there are some things that are kind of lingering in the background that I'm like, I really want that, but do I need it, kind of thing. And then if they're sitting on the site and you know there's still plenty left, I'm like, okay. So it's kind of a good and a bad thing. I kind of miss the days where you made your first order and then after that things just flew out of there like hotcakes. Like within 5 minutes stock was low, you know. And so, but I think she's really got it down now to where people can shop, and she's probably getting more orders because of that too, because I'm sure people go back in and they're like, oh my god, this is still available. So yeah. So before I get into that real quick, I just want to talk about the decorations really quick. So I'm probably going to keep these decorations up all the way through Thanksgiving time. I don't have Halloween decorations for my table specifically, so I'll probably just keep the fall decor. I never decorate for fall, never. I usually just skip right over like once Halloween's done, I usually just skip right on over into Christmas. I don't have very many fall decorations, but this year I was looking at Pier 1. I usually don't shop at Pier 1 because Pier 1 I feel like is really expensive compared to some of the other stores, but I noticed that they had different colors of things, you know, instead of like your typical browns and like turkeys and just like the same crap you see every year for Thanksgiving time. They had the blue, like the gourd is from Pier 1, the other gourd is from Pier 1. You can put a bigger candle in there, I just have a little one. And then the three mini pumpkins, and then the little pumpkins in there are from Pier 1. And then in the little house I have, I don't know if you can see them, they're maple leaves and they light up. Those are super cute. I saw those and I was like, I love the little light ups for like the inside of that house thing that I got. That came from Target 2 years ago or last year, I don't know. But so I just decided I would put out fall now, you know, since I'm feeling fall-like, but not Halloween yet, even though I put out Halloween super early. But I don't have anything for this table for like that's Halloween, so I was like, screw it, I'll just do that. Okay, so here is Kirby's card. We've all seen it, we all know who she is, don't need to go into it. So the sample that I got is the flamingo, and this is pink sugar, fresh rose, sweet cream, strawberries, and wedding cake. So that's a lot. I remember I almost got this from the Restock that when she did the Las Vegas thing. What? Yeah, was it Las Vegas? I don't know. Viva Las Vegas something. So you can smell the rose in here. I definitely smell rose. This one is pretty. I almost got this one in the last Restock or whatever the Vegas one was. The rose is there, but it's not too floral. I don't know. It might almost be a little bit too floral for me. So I'm kind of glad I didn't pick this one up, but it's not a bad scent. I can see people liking it. It's a pretty scent. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into the first thing that I got. Let me pull up I didn't write down scents yet because I just wanted to get this filmed. So, okay, so the first thing I have is Curbano's Cafe Cubano. And I wish I had like a Hispanic accent or a Mexican accent so I could say that better. But that is Cafe Cubanos and vanilla wafers with J-Rod and Curbano. I guess that's Jared and Kirby. I don't really know what that all is supposed to mean. But anyways, so that is that. And I was super excited to get another coffee scent. Oh, the colors in here are pretty. So I can just show you. So we got some dark blue, light blues, like some denim, and then some brown. Oh, that smells good. Oh, that smells really, really, really good. I might have to say that this, I don't want to jump too fast, but I might have to say that this might be my favorite coffee from Kirby. I really like that. That's really good. What is that again? Oh, it's Cafe Cubano and vanilla wafers. That smells so good. Okay. I'm gonna have to warm some of that and see how I like that. Because dare I say that might be one of my favorite coffees. That one's nice. It's not like super, it's just good. It's not like there's not a lot going on in there, but it smells really nice. So I also grabbed this vintage tile 2-pack in Madeline, or Madeline, however you want to say it. It's brown sugar and figs. Let me double check, make sure. Yeah, brown sugar and figs. And so I really love this tile right here. I think that one's super pretty. This is just a basic scent. Not a lot of people pour brown sugar and fig, or at least not that I've seen. But, you know, I kind of stick to like the same 5 vendors, so, you know, I'm sure somebody else pours this. But I just never see it. It reminds me a lot of, what is it? Is it Cujo from Super Tarts? But it's different. It's got, you know, Cujo has a bunch of different stuff in it, but I like just the basic scent of brown sugar and fig. I think it's different. I wish more vendors would pour that or do like mixes with that, because I think it would mix well with a lot of things. So the next thing I got is Dracula, and Dracula is pecan caramel swirl, sugar cookie dough, and marshmallow. This one is one of my favorite scents. I remember warming this one back when she first like poured it. Oh, I remember warming it in my daughter's room, and I remember falling in love with it. It was so good. So, and then there's that. Colors. This one on cold smells strange. Like it's got like that weird undertone. I don't know how to describe it, but when you get it in your warmer, oh, it just smells so amazing. Like, just really good. I love her coins. Oh, this one is just fall everything. And not to mention, I love the name Dracula. I love like watching Dracula movies, or like vampire type movies. I'm not talking like Twilight, even though Twilight's kind of like a classic, like now, I think. I don't know, some people might laugh at that. But I like the original. I know like the original Twilight movie, or the first one, people like, you know, there's parodies about it and people made jokes about it and stuff. But now I feel like it's sort of like a classic, you know? Like you watch it and you're just kind of like, even it's like ridiculously bad. Like I remember reading through those books like super fast. I was intrigued with the books. And then now the movies kind of like, I don't know, kind of changed that for me a little bit. Okay, this next one is, okay, this one wasn't on my list, but my friend Candy had it on hers, and I was like, you know what, that does sound really good. This is Chef Wendell's Cinnamon Squares Apple Cinnamon Ice Cream Man Vanilla Wafers. So it is your favorite cinnamon swirled cereal with ice cold milk, baked cinnamon apples, vanilla ice cream, vanilla sugar waffle cone, and vanilla wafers. So this one to me smells a lot like the Apple Cinnamon Ice Cream Man, which I hauled in my last VCS. It just smells like the inside of an apple pie. I really need to try Chef Wendell's on its own to see what that smells like, because I don't, like, I thought that would give it more of like a, I don't know, like I thought it'd smell more of like the cereal. Is it Cinnamon Toast Crunch? Is that what that's supposed to be? I'm trying to think of the cereal. Yeah, it smells like the inside of an apple pie. Really good though. I mean, you can't go wrong warming the inside of an apple pie as your scent for your house, you know? So, but I just wish I could smell that Chef Wendell's. I should probably try to get that loaf on its own, or some smaller amount of it, because I'm really curious to see what that smells like by itself. Okay. Whoops. Crap. Okay, what do I have here? Okay, sorry. So the next one, I didn't write down scent descriptions yet. I have them on my iPad here. So frozen hot chocolate is peppermint hot chocolate topped with toasted marshmallows. This is an old favorite. This one I can see rolling into like January or February and maybe trying to warm a little bit. Then I have a Chantilly Shatter, I think, in this one. So I'm good for this year, but I like having this one. Oh, and the colors inside are so pretty. So we've got brown, like a lavender, and a white. Oh, this one just smells so good. It's like pepper. It's just what it is. Peppermint, hot cocoa. The peppermint really comes through. So there's that. It's not overly chocolatey to me, which sometimes can be a little bit scary for people, I think. It's more pepperminty with that sweet, like a sweet chocolate, but it's not heavy chocolate. It's just barely there. Barely there. Okay, the next one I have is Hopper's Morning Routine. And this is mornings are for coffee and contemplation. So indulge in glazed donuts drizzled with caramel sauce with a steaming cup of black coffee, just like Detective Hopper. So these are the Blossom squares. I really like this one too. I have to say I like the whatever that is, the Carbonos. Oh god, that's gonna be so hard to say. Can you change the name on that? Yeah, this one is a little bit more, so it's more of a dark coffee, like it says black coffee. You can barely smell the glazed donuts, and it's not overly strong on the caramel. It's just barely there. I think this one will be pretty. You know, coffees change a lot when you get them on warm, depending on what they're, you know, what they're mixed with and what they have in there. But I do like that one. The Cubano one, what the hell is it called? Cubano's Cafe Cubano. Okay. I'm just gonna, you know what? I'm just gonna call it KCC. I almost said KFC. Can you imagine? All right. So then I have a loaf here, and then I like that she always includes the loaf things, because what I do is I always include the loaf. I put the loaf when I chop it in here, and then I put it in the white bag, just like for double protection. So the next one I have is Aunt Kathy's Ultimate Coffee Embeds Whipped Cream Vanilla Wafers Overpour. I have been waiting for Aunt Kathy's Ultimate Coffee forever. I put out an ISO a long time ago for it, and no one had it. So here's what it looks like. And this one with that whipped cream vanilla wafers overpour is so good. Oh, it just smells so, so good. You get the bakery coffee. It's not overly cinnamon either. It's the hazelnut that really like speaks out to me. Oh man, that's so good. She did like the blend with this, with the whipped cream vanilla wafers, I think was perfect. Oh, that's gonna be so good. Can't wait to chop that bad boy, but I'm gonna, you know, let it sit for a little bit. I can warm coffee all year long, so. Okay, and the last thing I got is the Ramones French Quarter. And Ramones French Quarter is, let's see. No, I have it on here. Okay, this is Cafe au lait whipped cream molasses cookie. So I had a little heart in it from a couple restocks ago. I can't remember what the little pack was called. It was like a 4-pack of coffee. And this was in there. And so I warmed a little bit. And to me, it smells a lot like Cafe Reggio, but the coffee's a little bit more bitter in this one. Like it's a little bit stronger. It's not as sweet. So this is what the Blossom bar looks like. It seems like I always end up getting a Blossom bar from every restock. It's kind of like a tradition now, which is weird. Unless it's just a scent that I just don't like. But oh, this one, I mean, this one is really, really good. It's got the sweetness from the molasses cookie. And the molasses is not like, you know, when you open a jar of molasses, it's not always the best scent you've ever smelled. So yeah, this one isn't like that at all. It's more of like a sweet molasses. Oh, and I'm thinking cafe au lait. If cafe au lait is what I think it is, or maybe it's the whipped cream I'm smelling. I'm getting like kind of like a milky, like a creamy note. Oh, it's just really good. If you like Cafe Reggio along the same lines, you'd probably like Ramon's French Quarter as well. I don't know. Did anyone else get this from the last couple of restocks? And what were your thoughts on it? Because I remember when I first smelled it, I wasn't like, you know, I thought, okay, it's coffee, it's good. But then when I ended up warming it, I was like, oh, this smells really good. I love, like, I don't know why I love these Blossom bars. Like, they're just so, like, big and thick. That didn't really sound great either. Oh, God. So, yeah, so I ended up getting 8 things total. One thing about Kirby's Restocks, though, is they start to get really expensive, especially for 8 items, but I'm kind of in between, like, liking the bigger quantities versus the smaller, because if you really like something, then you're glad you have a bigger quantity of it. And a lot of her scents I know, so, like, when I go in buying them, like Dracula, for instance, I know that I love frozen hot chocolate. I know that I love most of her coffees. I know I'm going to love, so it's not that big of a deal. It's just sometimes with the newer scents, you're just kind of like, I don't know. So I think that is it. If you guys have any questions, or if you want to tell me what your favorite new scent is. So this is part 1. Part 2 will come a little bit later. She got this order out very quickly, but the next one probably will take a little bit longer because she wasn't shipping over the weekend or Friday, I don't think so. All right, that is it, you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.